Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on loot from 50 Raksha kills. This boss is actually very solid and consistent GP. Once you learn him and get him down, he's absolutely amazing. So let's get right into this video. I had been doing a decent amount of solos, but it was quite stressful and it got a bit repetitive and annoying. So I started doing duos. I did a bit of duos as the tank and a bit of duos as the DPS. And I'm gonna say duos are so much more enjoyable than solo. Not only do you have a friend that you can chill with, chat to, and have a good time with, you can also switch up the roles to alleviate the pressure from each person. For example, if I tank 1 hour, that's like me just doing solos with someone helping with DPS. And then the next hour, the duo partner can tank, and then you can DPS, and you can have a bit more of a relaxing time. It's also really nice because you can fully focus on DPS as the DPSer, or you can fully focus on tanking as the tank. It really alleviates the need to do both. Obviously, you still want to DPS as best as you can while tanking, but it just makes you feel less pressure because you know there's someone that's also doing a ton of damage alongside you. So personally, if I was advising anyone to get into this boss, I'd say duo is a lot more enjoyable, and if you're getting frustrated at soloing, duo may help you if you can't like hit that damage while tanking or whatever. The drop rate within duos is the exact same as solo as well, so the GP an hour is no different. If you can get faster kills in duos, it's actually better GP an hour to duo rather than solo. Each player gets their own unique drop every kill, and then on top of that, the chance of a unique for each player is exactly the same as solo. So even if you're splitting drops, you have 2 times as much chance to get a drop as there's 2 people rolling on it every kill, and that roll remains the same. This, in my opinion, just makes this more of a duo boss than a solo boss for me personally. I wanted to get a decent amount of kills and then do a loot video, and I think I will be doing a bigger loot video in the future as well, as I'm already on like 70 kills now. So I'm going to get out this original loot from 50 with, you know, some of the pricings currently. Then I want to keep on doing kills and then see how it differs in a couple of weeks' time once prices have gone down of the big ticket items, etc. and just see how good this boss actually is. I did manage to get 1 drop in my name in these 50 kills, and that was right here. Come on, man, give a sign.
Hey,
Hey, we got the fleeting boost. It's the best boost as well.
hey, woohoo! Good job, dude.
Those fleeting boots were sold yesterday, the 9th of December, 162 mil. I believe they're around 130 mil now, and they are going down, so don't expect them to stay that price forever. So the price check without those boots is on screen right now. I'd say most of the prices of these items are pretty accurate, except for the Orichalcum salvage. Those salvages are a little bit inflated in price, and we should probably take off a mil or 2 from our price check, as this is the first boss that actually dropped Orichalcum salvage, and that's pretty cool. So this price check from 50 kills would probably hover around the 48 million GP mark, as ceramic scales are actually a little bit higher in GP right now, etc. So even though it's stating these prices, some of them are slightly higher, like the onyx dust and the ceramic scales, and some are lower, like the Orichalcum salvage. 48 mil is a good number to go by. Pretty much every single kill, you're going to get a drop between 300k to 3 mil, and that takes the average to pretty much a mil per kill. Just in the consistent money, right? Taking a look at the breakdown of that loot, I just want to make a note of a couple of things before getting into it. Your kills an hour will fluctuate a ton while learning. So obviously, these 50 kills have probably taken a lot longer than what they would once you've learned this boss. Once I'd spent a good 2-3 hours on this boss, I got the mechanics down a lot better, and it became a lot quicker and more efficient to do. At the start, I did die quite a lot and use quite a lot of charges in my Ring of Death, but that's all part of the experience of a new boss, not knowing the mechanics. That being said, my last 2 hours of duo averaged 9 kills an hour, which isn't amazing by any means, but it's pretty decent, and it's a good starting place. It can definitely be improved on in the future. I was getting between 5 to 6 minute kills, and we'd make a mistake here and there and maybe have to restart 1 or 2 in an hour. But just by averaging those 9 kills an hour, which is nowhere near perfect, we were getting about 9 mil GP an hour consistently with no drop, just in those consistent loot drops. Because the average of the loot was just under a mil per kill at 48 mil for those 50 kills, right? This means you don't really have to rely on a drop to make some okay money. Then a drop is going to take that money way higher. Especially if you get something like the Ricochet Codex, which is still 1 billion GP. I got that pair of fleeting boots in a duo, and it sold at 162 mil, like I said, and that was 81 mil to me and Rav. So if you take that into consideration, I would have made nearly 130 mil instead of 48 mil in these 50 kills, but the drop rates are unknown. So I may have been lucky to get a drop in 50, I may have been unlucky to only get one, I am not 100% sure. I want to do a bigger loot video in the future to break it down properly. So what we're looking at the moment, though, is, you know, 9-10 mil GP an hour in consistent loot, depending on how efficient you are at the boss. Then those big ticket items that you get are going to add a solid amount of money to your GP an hour. Something like 25 mil GP an hour, even more than that potentially if you get a Ricochet Codex, just from doing this boss right now. It is some big money for sure. Remember, the drop chance does not change between solo and duo, so it doesn't matter whether you're duoing or soloing, you're going to make the same GP an hour. That'll be it for this video. I'm going to continue killing this boss and hopefully have a bigger loot video coming out next week sometime. Give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content, all related to Runescape 3, and until next time, see ya.